What's up, crypto kids, profit seekers, all my friends? How you doing today? It's Crypto Music. I'm coming at you from Animal Farm, which is layer 2 of the Manor Farm, and this bastard's gonna launch on Tuesday. Pretty cool, pretty fun, and something to get excited about. Even in a down market, there are always opportunities. That's what we do. Keep our nose out there, keep looking, keep finding, and keep on searching and making it in this crypto world quite lucratively. So Animal Farm, really quick. This is, from Forex Sharp, creator of Drip, creator of the Manor Farm Layer 1, couple other projects. All of his other projects, they all boom. They've all blown up. And that's important because with these type of farms, you really need a community. Now, the layered farm approach is pretty cool. It's not, unique to this situation, but it hasn't been done better, that's for sure. I've been in some other layered farms where, you get into the layer 1 and not all that much interest, and they start the coin up high or whatever, and it comes down over time, and the people who bought into the coin heavy kind of got, maybe broke even, got screwed a little bit. All the people who were in the farms farming, as long as the coin didn't start way too high, then because that's a big problem. If you say like you get one of some of these farms, they like give you a huge giant APY at the beginning, but now the new trend is to like start that coin at like $1,000, and so it takes a day or so for that coin to start dropping in that value, and in the meantime, that's when the APRs and APYs are all super huge right at the beginning. So you're pumping out these huge APYs, you think you're getting ahead, but you gave 6% deposit or 3% deposit fee, and the coin's dropping, the APR is dropping, and you're barely got enough to get back your percentage of what you gave in by the time the farm's like all the APRs are down to normal ranges, and so you're like, now I'm stuck in a normal farm waiting to get even my fees back. That wasn't the case with the Manor Farm. There was a 6% deposit fee on pools. Damn, that's pretty damn hefty. And there was a 3% deposit fee on farms. Also pretty hefty, but the APRs were high, and they stayed up high. And unlike other places, the coin went through the roof, and so was super nice. And I took a more of a low risk strategy going in. We'll go over a couple strategies here today, and that wasn't the play. The people who went in with the high risk and jumped into the coin, man, they made off like $1,000 into 30 grand. And for those of us who jumped into the farms, didn't have that much exposure to risk, and we still made off like bandits. Like, I pretty much bought none of the token, and still just by farming, throwing a bunch of liquidity in there, I still made like 8 grand, 10 grand or something like that. Pretty nice little chunk of change return. But if I had just dumped into the Rev token, I would have made a lot more. But that is not normally the case with these farms, right? But what we have here is, it's fire, because you got an involved community who was super pumped. They have crap tons of money, crap tons of liquidity, because they all been getting rich through Drip, right? So we have a very liquid community with lots of freaking disposable income. We have a brand new farm launching. We have a bunch of people super excited. It is on BSC, and this might end up being one of the best farms on BSC. And our leader here, Forex Shark, he really has his teeth sharpened to go after this stuff, and I really like it. I think he's doing great. I think he's just everything he's done, he's a tokenomics little genius. And yes, this farm is off the Orwell's classic, the Animal Farm, and it's smart the way it's done. Let's go over this real quick. Welcome to the Animal Farm, the world's first truly deflationary, decentralized ownership yield farming lending protocol. And you get a lot of statements like that, but normally not with this deflationary, right? A deflationary token for a farm, that's pretty rare. That might change some things. It certainly has changed some things for his ROI contracts, right? Most ROI contracts, they pay out through inflation. His more deflates, and look what's happened to the price. Yeah, it's tanked in the past. It has gone down to like $6. I had actually had when it went down to $6, I was trying to test out all these story has nothing to do with this, but I was trying to test out limit orders on Bog Swap, and I like 8 grand loaded up to buy into Drip at $5. It dipped down there. It never hit my thing. I couldn't figure out how to get the limit orders to work correctly, and then Drip went crazy and went off to the moon, and and that was that. So missed that particular opportunity because Yeah, limit orders are pretty spotty on most decentralized exchanges. That was a side story. It has nothing to do with what's going on here. The Animal Farm is the first DeFi protocol which allows participants to earn as an owner of the network. The super wealthy build and protect their wealth through by selling their assets. The super wealthy build and protect their wealth through by selling assets. I think we got a little grammatical error. They accumulating and then leverage their assets. Jeez. They accumulate and then leverage their assets while living off the dividends. The Animal Farm takes the same financial power previously held by industry leaders and puts it in the hands of platform participants. And trust me when I say that there's usually much more time and attention to put into all the details than what we have on this. I don't think this has all been, spell checked. None of this farm is open. I imagine all these errors will be taken out of here before this thing actually launches on Tuesday. And it says, we're still cleaning this up over here. Don't be too harsh on us. So let's not be too harsh on them. Accumulate your share of the network through farming pigs. So there are going to be two different tokens here, the pigs and the dogs token. And if you got into the pre-sale for BUSD, I mean, no one got in that. But if you got in the pre-sale for Rev, which everyone could get into, then you're getting a 20% discount on the value of those tokens. But, depending on what happens with the coin here, if we get some people dumping and get some good stuff, doing a DCA in approach where you're dollar cost averaging, throwing in a couple $100 a day or whatever it is, getting into the farms, getting into the coins, that's usually the best way to go because there should be some dramatic volatility. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen because very well this coin could take off and never come back, like a lot what happened with the Rev, right? But more than likely there will be an initial dump, it'll come down, and that will be the opportunity there. Initial pump and then dump. We'll see. There'll be a bunch of people buying in, loading into the farms, and then a bunch of people being paid out. Now, the reason you might want to be in early here is because those APRs are super, super juicy right at the beginning, right? And you can earn your deposit fee back super quick, like in the first hours, just by jumping in early, and then you're on profits sooner than everyone else who's jumping in behind you. So accumulate your share of the network through farming pigs governance tokens while leveraging your collateralized assets through our standardized lending protocol and collect a high yield BSD dividend model without ever selling your underlying assets. Now, what does that high yield mean? We don't know. Over time, these things generally go down in yield, but we'll see, right? You never know. This farm, they do things differently, and they think them out, and I like that a lot. All deposit fees go to pigs stakers as BUSD rewards. Again, all deposit fees for the entire platform go to pigs stakers as BUSD rewards, and that's why you have an ownership of the farm, right? It's all through the fees. So sustainable long-term passive income, pretty cool. All taxes associated with core tokens go towards rewarding platforms participants and generating BUSD rewards for the stakers. So all taxes, all deposit fees. Dynamic emission rates based on current demand, allowing for price appreciation in all market conditions. That's pretty cool. Full governance protocol giving stakers a vote in future opportunities. I like that, and especially if they are going to use this to point the rewards to different pools or whatever, what people base on. If that happens, you'll end up with a bunch of institutional type, and what I'm decentralized institutions, right? Like a liquid driver type situation where you have other farms and stuff trying to get in there, get those governance tokens, which usually sends us to the moon. Why do those other farms want those governance tokens? Because if they can get their coin on here or some sort of, they can point the emissions back to their own platform, creating liquidity wars. And, like through the curve wars, that type of stuff that's happened many, many, many times. But if there is some sort of governance where they're pointing emissions at different pools for different protocols, those people will come in and buy up these tokens to get these protocols directed back towards them, because there's a lot of money here, there's a lot of interest. This is a frothing community, and it's the community that you want. Yes, it's on BSC, and yes, most things on BSC are toxic. The people are toxic. Most of it, they've all been rug pulled 100 times. They've been exit scammed. They've been in ROI contracts who have just faltered and fizzled out. They've been dumped on by YouTubers, all sorts of stuff like that. So there's a lot of bitterness and in the BSC world, because there's a lot of scams in the BSC world. So there's all that. Dynamic emission rates based on current demand, allowing for price appreciation in all market conditions. We like that. Full governance protocol giving stakers a vote in the future opportunities. Oh, also, when other things would have launched through here, they're going to have to give up a bunch of their protocol tokens, so there should be pools for those or different ways to get into those tokens, farming those tokens, getting those paid out to you. That's going to be fantastic as well. Collateral staked on the platform is rehypothecated through PancakeSwap's lending protocol to earn an additional 30 to 40% APY on the back end, which goes towards buying dogs. Fantastic. It's almost like, like yield farming as a service, right? Beautiful. You want to see that type of thing because that brings in, partnerships. It brings in steady income, and it will bring in steady pressure in our favor on the token price. Millions in BSD rewards already in the vault. The way they did it, the layer farms with the coming in with the first layer, they ended up with a whole bunch of BUSD. Those who were paying attention really got rewarded. Those who weren't paying attention really got their hands slapped, but to the benefit of everyone else. This is pretty cool. On the back end, which goes toward, collateral staking in the platform is rehypothecated through PancakeSwap's lending protocol to earn an additional 30 to 40% APY on the back end, which goes towards buying dogs and pigs directly from the market and sending them to a burn address. Pretty damn cool. So all those will be eaten up off the market. Millions of BSD rewards already in the vault, ready to pay out high yield BUSD dividend and buy the dogs and pigs directly off the market, removing them from the circulation. From the developers of Drip, the fastest growing and highest ranked DeFi protocol on BSC. So pretty damn cool. Now, if you were in the first farm and you will probably need to redeem your coins, right? I don't know if you can redeem them right now, but I'll leave a link for this in the description. This is the manor farm, the manor.farm/redeem link. There will be a link for this down below, and this is where you will come in and redeem your tokens, right? Can't do anything as of right now because redeem not yet active. I don't know if they're moving this particular thing over, but this like drip liberation and this other game here, Drip Garden, that all will be moving over to the layer 2. So pretty cool, and we'll see if this is, I don't think this is going to be over there as well because there's no reason to have a redeem on the new site, right? So again, the manor.farm/redeem, REDEEM. Okay, cool. Let's head back over to the animal farm and check out some of these pools. All right, that was home. BUSD pre-sale went out instantly, right? So let's get to the pig pin first because it's the most simple, right? The pig pin is where you put your pig tokens to earn the BUSD to have, a stake in the platform. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty cool. It's like a one single drop. This isn't all finished the way it is, but you basically just drop your, there it is. And you just drop your pig tokens in here, all that you want. Now, with your, depending on whether you're buying pigs or whether you're buying dogs, you might be good, if you're haven't bought anything at all yet, it might be good to just jump in, buy some pigs, buy some dogs, do whatever, or farm for those tokens. We'll go over that in 1 second, and simply earn. Now, if you are redeeming your tokens, you're going to get like a 50-50 split in value of pigs and tokens. It's up to you what you want to do. A lot of people might sell those pigs or whatever. I'm going to stake all my pigs in here as quickly as I possibly can, and that will be exactly what I do with my pigs. That's the entire pig strategy. The pig pin is our governance staking protocol where holders of the pigs tokens become owners of the platform by staking other pigs in the dashboard below. As an owner of the platform, you will not only earn a high yield BUSD dividend, which is generated from the platform deposit fees as well as taxes associated with the underlying assets, you also get a vote on the future proposals that will help determine which opportunities and potential options are added to the platform. That's what could bring in a bunch of other people, which we've seen all over the Fantom network lately. Okay, so that's the pig pin. Let's go to referrals real quick. There is a referral commission plan here. I think that all platforms should have some sort of referral thing because that's advertising. That's a decentralized form of advertising. We're all about decentralization, right? Don't pay a bunch of other people. You could pay your community to help advertise for you. I think that is a fantastic way to go, and I think it's just another form of decentralization when you have some sort of referral program. This is one level, 3% commission. If you use my link, I would greatly appreciate that. It will be in the description down below. Now, if you're looking to be on a drip team, I also have a link down below for that. I'm giving away 100% of all referral commissions until April 20th, 2022, at which point I'll go down to 50%. So, because, and the reason for that is like on my channel, 95% of everything I talk about doesn't have a referral commission anyway. That's not why I'm here. You will notice that a lot of people, if every single thing they talk about has a referral commission, it might not be the most trustworthy and open channel, because there might be, a reason why they talk about the things that they talk about, because they have referral opportunities. However, I like referral opportunities. I think there should be a lot more of them. I think it's a great way to get advertising. It's a great way to pay your community to do the advertising. And I think that's great. But most of what I talk about has nothing to do with, so it's no problem for me. I'm making good money anyway to give back all the referral commissions. It's really the only way to compete with the big guys, because the big guys have some different incentives that they can give you. Plus, they're automatically forced to give back a big part of their commission, 25% of it. And you see people advertising like there's like there's some great guys like, I get back 2.5% extra on every transaction. No, the contract does that. You're not doing that. But yeah, if you know me, you don't have, and you've been with me for a while, you know for a fact that I will, obviously give out that money. So it's, it's not a question of whether I'll do it or not. So there's all that. Let's move on forward. So there is a referral system here. Let's move over to the pools. The pools are the least risk in all, and the simplest way to go. You don't have to understand yield farming if you want to deposit some liquidity. So what's the easy strategy, right? So in the first layer of the farm, I came in and deployed a whole bunch of capital risk-free. I still have all that capital, right? I still got it all. I didn't lose anything. I made like $10,000 in returns from depositing my capital. However, if I bought Rev tokens, I would have 5x'd that, right? I still did great. I'm still happy. I didn't have any risk. I didn't have to worry about what that token price was doing, because it was just pumping them out for free for me. That is another approach that you can take here. If you're not in this farm at all, or you got some additional capital on the side, but you don't want to like risk your Bitcoin or your BNB or whatever it is, you can simply come into these pools here. You could drop your dogs in here. You could drop your BNB in here, your BUSD, Cake, ETH, BTC. So those will be earning. We don't know what it is. Last time the fees were 6%. So that is, depending on what these APRs are, it's a good reason to jump in near the beginning, is because you could earn your fee back very, very quickly. And, 6%, that's a chunk of your money. So, that disappears. So that means you need to stay in at least into this pool or on any other farm you're on until you've at least earned your deposit fees back, or you're just going around, paying them to give liquidity, right? And so a lot of farms, the APRs drop so quick, the price of the token drops so quick that by the time the APRs are like down to like average levels of like, 50% a year, you haven't even earned back your fee yet, and it sucks, and you're kind of like stuck in there because all these other opportunities are popping up, and you're like, this wasn't the farm. But that wasn't the case with these guys' first layer of the farm. I don't know what's going on with the second layer of the farm, but he's got this tokenomic stuff pretty well figured out. I imagine we're going to have some good APRs for a good long time, and so but I don't know that for sure. Historically, these things seriously drop down. But I got some Bitcoin already that I'm going to drop in here into this pool, and I'll be earning there. Any dogs I have left over, because maybe I didn't have enough money to pair them up, I will drop those dogs into this pool. But what you can, the pools, the returns on them, because it's less risk, because you don't have any risk of impermanent loss, the payouts will be a little lower, right? And so there's a good way to get into a farm. If you just want to get in, you want to speculate, say you got 10 ETH, you throw your 10 ETH in here, and your 10 ETH doesn't go anywhere except for the fee. And then you can just take those coins that you get, sell them. I recommend selling until you get your fee back. And then from there, you got free money, right? Free dividends to do what you want with in the farms. And there's a lot of different stuff you could do, like whatever you earned here. If you earned dogs, you could stake it into this pool and then earn pigs. When you earn pigs here, you take this pigs and stick it over in the pig pen and earn the BUSD. And since you didn't pay anything, it was just Ethereum, it's free, right? You put your 10 ETH in here or whatever, and you earned dogs. You put your dogs in here and earn a nice APR here and earn that in pigs. You take and you've kept all your dogs, right? It's pooled there. And I like pools of money. Whole bunch of little pools of money certainly add up into a lake, right? So put your money in here in the dogs. From whatever you spit out in dogs, you put over in the pig pen and earn your BUSD rewards, and you have your governance rights and all that good stuff, and you're owner of the protocol, all that good stuff. Let's go to the farms. The farms are going to be a little bit higher yield. Now, what we've learned not long ago from a Forex interview is that This one, Dogs BUSD, will be the highest APR. Dogs Wrapped BNB will be the second highest APR. And way down the line will be the Drip BUSD pair. These are your 3 ways to earn pigs. These 3 right here. You deposit dogs. These 3 things will earn you pigs. That's it. Everything else earns dogs. So the only way to get those governance tokens was 1 for the pre-sale, and then also these 3 farms here and the 1 pool that I just showed you. So what are the other options here? Come in. Look, we got Wrapped BNB with BUSD, a fantastic pool. These are going to be great pools that have very little risk involved, right? Because like this, BTC Ethereum pool, as BTC goes up, it buys and sells the rips for you. You're earning good money, and you just, as long as you're not planning to take it out for a good long time, you don't really have to worry about impermanent loss. Impermanent loss is only affects you when you pull your, you know, it's like selling, you know, when you pull your liquidity pairs out. If you don't pull out when something is either in an extreme dip or an extreme run, you'll be just fine. Okay, so there's a lot to learn about impermanent loss. Go ahead and research it if you don't understand it, but that's kind of the basics of it. So you have all these delicious pools, right? And some of the less known pools will earn a higher APR in the token, but they're going to get less fees because they're not your, you know, your native tokens. You know, if you're buying and selling DOT on on, you know, BSC, it might not be the largest market, but because it's paired with BNB, you should still get some good fees there. Same with your Chainlink BNB here. But these might be very good pairs to get into, and there's very little risk because you're keeping all your liquidity. And from here, you're gonna have some high APRs, and that's these non-core pairs. See, this thing says core. So from down here, and anything that doesn't say core, these are just, you know, the only risk is permanent loss. USDC, put your BUSD in here. You can put your, you're not going to lose any of your money, and you're simply going to earn dogs tokens and gets you involved. That's what I did in the first pool, and it worked out great. Hopefully the IAPR stay high here, and you hear high APR so much that you would imagine it kind of will do that. So what I've done is I got some pigs, I got some dogs that will be coming from my rev. I've been stacking up some different some BUSD and some BNB in order to pair. So any dogs that I get, I'm going to take as much BUSD as I have. I got a couple grand, and I'll load up this pool first. When I run out of BUSD, I'll switch over and grab all the BNB that I got, which is quite a bit, and I'll load it up with these dogs here. So I'll take all my dogs into these 2 pools. I'm going to do it as quick as I can. As soon as the damn thing launches on Tuesday, I'm going to try to get into these 2 pools. That's my plan, and earn as much APR as I can, get my deposit fee back as quick as possible. So there's that. Those are the 2 that I'm getting into with my dogs. I'll be taking all my pigs and sticking every one of my pigs in the pig pen as soon as I possibly can, as soon as I have, you know, gone into these pools. And these pools are super easy to get into. You know, you'll be like, you'll put them in, it'll be 50% of each one. You add liquidity just like any other farm. Hopefully you've you know, go watch some other farming things. If you've never farmed before, you might want to just stick with the pools actually. Okay, so from there, I already have some different LP tokens from the previous farm, and if you have them, you don't have to break them. You're going to be able to deposit them directly in to the farms here. I never did break them, and I'm actually looking to add more. So I'll be taking my dogs, putting all I can with BUSD, taking the rest of what I got, putting them with BNB, adding in these 2 pools. I'll be taking the dogs out of all the pigs that I earned from these farms, and I'm just going to put them in the pig pen and try to give as much governance as I can, and that what will happen with all the pigs that I earn from my, you know, from coming out of the pre-sale and all that good stuff. So outside of that, I will be putting some different liquidity into these other pools down here, as much as I can get my hands on. I got one other really great launch going on this week that I got to keep some funds for, but other than that, I'll be loading in all my funds into these pools. Everything that I pull out of these pools, like all the dogs that I pull into these pools, I'm going to sell it. You know, people are like, oh, you're crazy, but I'm going to sell it for drip, and then I'm going to put it into the drip faucet. So that's what I'm doing. You guys do what you're going to do. It's very simple. It's not very tough here. I hope all that makes sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. Be glad to answer them. All that stuff. Hit me up in Telegram. All that. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto music. Going to catch you guys on the flip. Hope you're having a hella great day. Hope you're looking forward to this as much as I can. Always opportunity for those willing to grab it. I'm out.